Okay. We are looking good. What's happening? How's everybody doing? I do not want that as an effect. We're going to turn that off. There we go. And we are good. All right. Now we're all set. Whew. What's happening, everybody? Hope you all are doing fantastic. Welcome to the evening glow show. Okay, let's split this up. How you doing, Elena? What's up, Mike? I just got here and was able to just hop on. Just got back. Thank you for the heart me. Appreciate it. All right, so we're going to pop this open and create some points off here. I don't know what I need tubing for tonight, but we'll figure it out. Tonight we are making dragonflies. And there we go. All right, we're looking good. Dragonfly night tonight. Definitely for that. How's everyone doing? What's up, Beth? How are you doing? Okay, let's pull this point down. Man, I have no room in here. I got to move my microphones around. I don't have much room in here. I just have to reconfigure everything. I definitely don't have enough room for these long rods. I can easily move things though, so it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, here we go. We're popping this out. Creating a low tube handle like that. So tonight we are doing dragonflies for a little bit. Definitely have to get some dragonflies done. So it should be fun. I'm going to try some different wings as far as color on it. So I'm kind of excited to try that part out. See how it works out. We're going to try kind of a shimmery effect. I thought I had my drill. There it is, actually. Hold on. Pull that off. I hope I have enough battery. Yeah, I'm good on battery. So next step, I just have to make a rod. I don't know if I have one shorter than this. A shorter version. They're all pretty long or pretty short. Not going to be able to do that. How's everyone doing tonight? What's happening with you? Hopefully the evening is treating you well. Yep, one. Good. I like seeing the ones fly across. We're going to bring this up. Knock that off. Ooh, that's too long. Man. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out if I want to try these stubby rods or... Yeah, we're going to try some stubbies. I hate breaking apart big rods for this. Hi, Lucky Lex. How are you? All right, so first things first, we have to make this color. And we'll let it cool. In between letting it cool, we will make some normal dragonflies. I'm doing good. So we got this kind of golden green shimmery color that's we're going to be rocking. This is how it starts out. It looks very, very dense. Oops. You can see the difference in the two colors. So we're going to dilute it down and get it a little more workable and transparent. And that's what I'm shooting for, the transparency. I want to make it all transparent. What's up, Daisy Girl? How are ya? Thank you for the Go Populars. So yeah, we need to shoot for some transparency. This is way too thick as far as density. Now this color goes a very, 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 very long way, meaning it doesn't take much of this color as a base to dilute it down into a transparent, beautiful shimmer color. Some colors require like a 50-50 ratio. I would say this one is about a 10-to-1 or 8-to-1 ratio. So it definitely goes a long way. That's something that is super important with this, because this particular color is $150 a pound. So you want to salvage as much as you can. Tough day? I'm sorry to hear that. What's up, JoJo? Betty, I have listed the boxes. They are on the Etsy store. Yep, they are there. They're just listed under TikTok. I think it's Grab Bag or subscriber thing. I can't remember the title of it. What's up, Colleen? How are ya? Okay, there we go. All right, so we need to mix this up a little and create a nice color blend here. And then while this glass is cooling off, we will make some other dragonflies. We're going to do a lot. Tonight will be dragonfly night, guys. Okay, we're going to dilute this all down, mixing it all up. I absolutely love my DeWalt drill. What's up, Jeremy? How you doing? Yeah, I think we're diluted enough now. Let's get it all mixed up. Okay, there we go. This poor DeWalt drill has been through torture and back. This thing's been through so many spins of color. It's insane. But it's still holding up really well. That is the quality of it. I love it. I have never had a problem with the DeWalt drills. And now we have to pull it down into a usable glass. There we are. Okay. Next step, we're going to attach, pull it down into a usable size that I need for the dragonflies. We're going to grip it here and pull it down. To try and keep this the same consistency as far as size, we're shooting for about a 5 to 6 millimeter diameter in the rod. Got a little thin right there. That's okay. Going to keep pulling. We got a nice size right there. That's a good amount. This color is going to look fantastic. I don't know if it feels like taffy. I think what I equate it to is like if you've ever had the old toy called silly putty. It feels about the consistency of silly putty. What silly putty is. About like that. So that is what it really feels like. All right, Betty, awesome. Yeah, the grab bags are up for takers. I did hold a few back. We may put a few more up. We'll see how things are going. Yeah, Tabitha. They still make silly putty? Awesome. The way I look at it, if it doesn't have a battery in it, I don't know if kids want to play with toys anymore like that. All right, we just have to pull this down. There we go. We're looking fantastic. I like this color diluted down. It looks fantastic. I actually like it diluted more than the raw form. And I'm just about at my maximum wingspan here. I don't know how much more I can pull this. Yeah, we're definitely at maximum here. I'm probably just going to split this in half. Actually, no, split it right about here. There. Now we got a nice color. So this has a nice little shimmer to it. I'll show you what it looks like kind of lit up so y'all can get a good interpretation of it. Watch. See that shine to it? That's the shimmer glass. So we're going to use this on some dragonfly wings tonight and see how it goes. But in the meantime, I'm going to make some normal dragonfly wings with clear. And we're going to see, we're going to do that because I do have to make some normal dragonflies. And then if Betty's still on, we'll do a couple of her small ones that she had ordered. If she's up to it, we could try the new dragonfly wing color on there. Although you want the opal on there. Yeah, I think you want to do the opal. You had said. Okay, let's pull some wings. for the dragonfly. So I got to move a lot of this out of the way. Got some of the candies up here, marbles. And a lot of people, someone was asking me about vortex marbles last night, and I tried to explain it, and I couldn't figure it out. So this is what you call a vortex marble. So see how it looks like it has a never-ending coil in it? And then you turn it to the side. Doesn't look like much, but yeah, that is a vortex marble. We'll shine a little light on it first. See, there. But this one, I actually like the back end. It looks cool as hell. And there's the one we did last night. This is why I like the slime. Look at that fish glow. These are the Santa fish. We're all looking good. All right, let's make some dragonflies. All right, let's do some dragonfly wings, and we'll make a first dragonfly. I have to trim you off there. So dragonfly number 1 is coming up. We'll do 4 wings. We'll create the body, and then we'll put it together. The longest part is making the damn wings. But we'll see if we can speed it up tonight. What's up, Nate Dog? We're just going to bring it up, melt it up, let it drip down, create a little wing. I'm going to show you what it looks like before I get started. So that kind of forms a little flat spot. But you don't want to leave it like that. You want to kind of create the actual dragonfly wing. So we attach a little rod here, stretch it out. That, and then burn it off. So then we create that. So now we got a dragonfly wing that way. We'll just park that off to the side. We'll put 4 of them off to the side. And then we'll do the dragonfly body and assemble. Some assembly required. Pull it down. And I'm waiting for my Bob Ross wig, and it's lost, of course, in USPS. My Bob Ross wig is lost. I'm so mad. I wanted it here for tomorrow, but it's not here. Yep, that is ribbon candy, correct. That is my theme for this year, candy ornaments. We are definitely doing candy this year. I'm trying to find all the colors of the, that way. Is this your own way of doing it? My grandmother, or not my grandma, my mom. Shit, not my grandma. But there. So that is wing. No, I learned from my mother. Why the hell did I say grandma? Yeah, I'm going to be wearing Bob Ross wig. We're going to do Bob Ross night. Tribute to Bob Ross. We're doing Bob Ross night. Tribute to Bob Ross. Crap. That one didn't work out. So this is, it didn't work out. See that little end, how it looks 2 point? It just looks like crap. As soon as my wig gets here, we'll do Bob Ross night. Who knows? Maybe they'll find it and get it by tomorrow. Who knows? Right now it just says out and about and no estimate on the delivery date. It says out in the mail. Yeah, Bob Ross, my Bob Ross wig could be hanging in the trees, happy little trees somewhere. And that one pulled out much better. That wing came out much better. We're good now. Now I got 4 little wings sitting there. Now we're going to make the dragonfly body. I did not look that up yet, JoJo. Yeah, there is a tracking number, but it just says often, it doesn't even have a where it was last location. Okay, so we're going to be using amber purple for this dragonfly. This is, I know it looks very clear. This color looks absolutely freaking amazing. Watch, this is going to look amazing, okay? Here we go. This is a magical color. This color is fire magic. So we got to make the head to the dragonfly right here. So I'm going to go through the steps. Why not? I'll show you the steps of everything we're doing. So there's the head for it. And I got to put what's called a punty up here. And that attaches to the front. And then we're going to make the body for the dragonfly real quick. This is the part that requires a little bit more mass. So I can attach the wings comfortably. There we go. Yeah, we're looking good. Actually, we're looking fantastic. We're going to bring it out. So there's 2 ways to look at this. I always look at it like a bowling pin. So it can look like a bowling pin or a caterpillar starting out. I like the caterpillar idea, but it really looks like a bowling pin. And now we're going to make the tail. Yeah, the marble looks really good. Now, a lot of people do this tail. They just take a glass rod and they pull it out. I don't think a dragonfly tail looks like that. They always have these little bumps to them. So I make tiny little marbles stacked on top of each other. We're going to make a little marble here. Let it cool. Then we're going to stack another one and another one and another one, shrinking it down just a little bit as we go too. What's up, Gail? How are you? Good to see you. All right, so here we go. We're looking good. We are looking good. If you are having a good night, please type 1 in the chat. Let me know you guys are doing good. If you're having a good night, you're enjoying what you're watching, just type 1. Just give me a big shout out with a 1. And we just stacked it on again. So another little ball. We're going to come back in, reattach, and another one. And I'll show you the progress where we're at right now. So this is the progress so far. You can see those little bumps, 1, 2, 3, 4, starting to work down. I said I would explain everything tonight. No, not butterfly. We're doing dragonfly. What's up, Julian? How are you? Now this color, this color is the secret sauce. Wait till you see it when it's all done. This is going to look way better than you ever imagined color-wise. This is the magic dragonfly color. Okay, I got one more we're going to add on here, and I'll show you the progress again. Like that. Okay, so here's the clear looking dragonfly. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. So we're going to let it cool for a second, okay? And we're going to use an a reducing flame, meaning lots of propane, less oxygen. We're going to bring it out and we're going to heat it up. Not to the point of melting, just heating it up. And you notice it just got a little darker, okay? Now we're going to let it cool down again, and we're going to do it again. And we're going to bring it back out, and notice it just got another level of darkness to it. So it's starting to get that ambery color. And one more time. So now we just created that color like that. So that is a amber color now. Kind of cool, right? Now this is where you're going to see it look really amazing. We're going to use the light on here. Now watch. Can you see the blue in it? I don't know if y'all can see that blue shining through there. So it has an amber and a blue. So there's the blue. There it is shining through amber, blue, purpley blue. And that's why the color is called amber purple. Now, when I start working it again, it's going to go clear, clearish again. It's okay. The color will come back again. But I really wanted to take a moment and show you that process because I personally think it's pretty amazing. This is on my color palette, number one, if not definitely in my top three of colors I absolutely love. One of those colors I can't live without. And then we got to put some dragonfly eyeballs on here, right? Let's put some eyeballs on. There we go. Okay, there we are. And again, sorry it's taking a long time to complete it, but I really want to show the stages and the steps of what I'm doing. All right, now we're going to add wings. So I pre-made the wings a little earlier. We're going to grab them with this rod just by coming in. We do what's called a cold tap, picks it up. So it goes from hot to cold, picks it up like that. We're going to come in and we're going to fuse this wing on. Got to make sure I get it centered with the eyeballs. Add that on. And then burn off at the end here, giving it a little bit of a round texture at the end. Don't want it pointy. So that is wing number one. So we got wing number one added on. And we just do that rinse and repeat over and over and over. So we have 4 wings on. So this is where we're going to come in and do it again. Now the trick on this is to add the second wing without letting the first wing fall off, like melting it too much. We come in and fuse it again. Make sure it's nice and even on there. I got to move it just a little bit. Now we got wing 1 and 2. on there. Then we're going to do the second set. Yeah, I learned from my mother. She started when I was at 2 years old. So I was very, very blessed to have had a mother that did this for a career. And I'm very appreciative of her teaching me this. So I'll show you something interesting here too. Sorry, I'm like going in all technical tonight. So this is what it looks like if you don't burn that little edge of the wing off. See how the two on the bottom are rounded and this one's all pointy? Now watch how long this takes. We're going to come in and we're just going to trim it up a little. Like that. See how much better that look? And would that take all of 5 seconds to get it done? And I always emphasize when I teach people to do this for a job or a career or anything, hobby, spend a little extra time and get it right. You know, take the extra 5 seconds and put it together like really nice. I see so many people trying to do the wings perfect before they ever put them on. And it's like, no, you don't have to do it that way. Okay, we're going to make sure this is all fused on there really good. So let's come in with a tight flame. A little shaky at the moment. Had too much Red Bull. There it is. So now we have the dragonfly, the wings on there. And what I think is probably the most important part, thank you, Heather, and that is, I'll show it to you again. So see how the tail is super straight? Looks like it's just kind of boring. I always find that it's nice to add a little character to the animal. We're going to attach a little holding rod here. We're going to heat that tail up and give it a little bend. And try and make it look a little more natural. It's still glass. It's never going to look like, you know, a super dragonfly, but it should have a little bit of a character to it. And again, this is taking about 30 seconds to just kind of add a little character to it. Now look at the difference. See how it just kind of has a little tiny curve to it, and it gives it more of that natural look to it. I got to make a hook for it though. Got to turn on my kiln. Going to have to do this the other way. Yeah, they do curve, Heather. I agree with you, but I can't tell you how many times I see people that do dragonflies and don't curve the tail. Actually, I got to put a little black spiky on the end of this tail. I forgot. There. Not that anybody would ever notice that, but I know it's there. So we got to add a hook to it, and then it's all done. Thank you. I like doing stuff. Yeah, details do matter. They really do. Details are so important. So this is a prefabbed hook. I make them off of tubing. So I take little pieces of tubing and I cut it with a tile saw. And it makes a perfect hook. And I take that, and we got to smooth out the edges because it was cut with a tile saw. We're going to bring it out here and cut this off here with the flame. And then we got a dragonfly. Now, I'll show you with the flashlight what the heck it looks like. So here it is. Hopefully, oh, nope, you guys can't see it that way. Here we go. Dragonfly. And there's the blue. Can you see the blue in the body? You see all that blue popping through there? And the color changing? It looks cool as hell. So in sunlight, this thing looks amazing. All right, so next step, now that was clear wings. We're gonna try a different wing for it. This has a little bit of a shimmer. Gail, they are $34.95. Yeah, $34.95. Beth was correct. So we're gonna take this, I'm gonna cut this in half. I don't need all of this. So this glass has a really cool shimmer to it. I don't know if you all can see that. One more time. Sorry, I always bust out the flashlight. I apologize for that, but check it out. Can you see that shimmer in the light? See how it's kind of like lighting up? I want to try that for the wings and see how it looks. So we're going to try it out and see what we can do here. Now, if these wings look good, we're going to try a small version of the dragonfly for Betty Warren, if she likes it. Let's see how it looks. It should look as amazing as the opal. We're going to pull it out here. So now we've got a little shimmer to it. Can you see it reflecting in the light? That kind of bounces the light around. We're going to see how it looks in the end with 4 of them. We're going to see what happens. I can send you a link. I think they're located in the Etsy shop, but if they are not, they will be tomorrow. My Etsy shop is located in my bio somewhere. I know that there is a website linked on there. So again, this is a mini version. And then again, I really like this shimmer with the wings. I think it looks really neat. Eduardo, how are ya, man? How you doing? Good to see everybody. You guys are awesome. Thank you for hanging in with me. All right, let's go. That worked out. Almost lost it. There we go. Come on. One more wing. And then we're going to do the small one. The small dragonfly. Now this next one, I'm going to do a different color body with it. And it's going to look absolutely freaking amazing. pull this wing down. This one may not make it. Nope. See, that wing didn't come out right. See how it got too narrow at the bottom? So we'll restart it and do it again. There's no fixing that part. Yeah, Eduardo, I'm trying to go for this avatar look, like from the movie, like on the planet, the glowing planet. I can't remember the name of it. But I like that look, like a crazy avatar-ish, glowy background look. And that's kind of what I'm shooting for. Oh, thank you, Lucky Lex. Yeah, we are at 10K. Woohoo! All right. And we're going to pull this down. Oh, this one came out perfect. I'm glad I remade it. I am super happy I redid it. So one of the things I'll explain right now, since we had that malfunction on the other one, it was faster for me to take that one off, throw it away, and remake it than to try and fix the one that was broken. So it was way faster for me to do that. I'm going to park this off to the side. Someone had asked about the ribbon candy. I'll show it real quick. So that is the ribbon candy ornament. Like that. And then I'll hold it up this way. And then we'll get back to making a dragonfly. Okay, so this next color I absolutely love. Where's it at? Here it is. So this is the same as that last color. It is a color changing color. Looks very dense, dark blue right now. This is going to get into shades of blue. You're going to see light blue, dark blue, and a little green in here. So this color is another one of those magical colors that changes. And that's why I love it. Because it definitely has some changes to it. I should just name it the Shades of Blue. All right, so we're going to start off with a simple rod. And again, I'll go through stages. As we start making this, I will bring it out and I'll show you where we're at. Is this? Yeah, we are Shades of Blue. Are we? Yep. Had to make sure. So there's the head. We start there. Again, dragonfly head in the beginning. We're going to punty it up. We're going to make the body, and then we'll do the tail. Now this color, as I said, is just like that amber purple. It will change as I start constructing it. The other aspect of this color that's cool is depending on the flame. So if I use a lot of oxygen-rich flame, like a lot of oxygen, the color changes one direction. If I use more of a reducing flame, more propane, the color changes completely different. So you can actually get two different looks on a dragonfly, the same color, but just change the flame chemistry. I'll be live for a while right now, Eduardo. I'm going to be on for a while, yeah. So, Jenny and the Jets, how are ya? Thanks for the lightning bolt. So now we got the body, the head. We're going to bring it in, and we're going to start the tail process. Again, I like to make the tail little marbles, one on top of another, because I don't think dragonflies, if I remember correctly, they don't have like a really long banana tail. They have little bumps in them as you go down. And that's what I want to simulate here. So we got one, and I'll show you in stages as we go through. We'll do little stages of it so you can see the progress. What happens. This is kind of a how-to video. A how-to live stream. Hopefully it's not a how-to not make it. We don't have any failures. Okay, so far we've got 3 little bumps on there. I know it's really hard to see at the moment, but there are 3 little bumps on there. We're going to add a few more. What's up? How's everybody doing? Type 1 in the chat if you are doing good. If you're having a wonderful night, just type 1. Turtle, what's happening? Yeah, I thought Guy Fieri was me too. Actually, it's not Fieri. Technically, it's Fieri. I got to get his name right if I'm going to say it. Got to do it right. I don't have any problem with the guy. I think he's cool as hell, actually. One more. One more. I thought I was done. I need one more. There we go. We're going to park that off to the side. So now we got the dragonfly body, the tail, and the head done. And again, we're going to bring out the light just to show you the color aspect of it. Here we go. Can everybody see? Yeah. Now you can see the blue starting to change in there. Can you see those light blue rings and bands happening in there? That is the glass changing as I go through. So we're going to do the same thing eventually. We're going to take it in. We're going to heat it up in the flame and create a little bit of a different color change with it. So this is how we do it. We're going to use a propane-rich flame. We're going to do it way out here. We're just going to buzz it with the flame. And you have to get it orangey. Not fully melting, just orangish. Okay, and you let it cool like that. We do it again. So it's heat, cool, heat, cool, heat, cool. And there we go. So now we got stage 2 of it done. We're going to do one more. And hopefully I got a little color change in there. We'll see. We'll see if it worked. It definitely will do it in the kiln. So here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now you can see all that blue. See all the blue popping out? So that is what the flame did. It changed that color to those iridescent blues in there. Michael Myers. What's up, man? So you're Michael Myers and I'm Jason Friday the 13th. All right, now we're going to attach a little punty here. Because I like adding the wings from the bottom. I don't like trying to add it from the head area. It's a personal preference. There is no right or wrong way for that. I just don't. I like starting from this direction going up. For me, I think it's better. That was your grandfather's name? There you go. Yeah, I wasn't born on Friday the 13th, but I was born on the 13th. My name's Jason, and a lot of people on Friday, a lot of my friends that know me well, they give me a lot of crap for it. It's okay, though. I always feel like it's cool. At least I got friends, right? All right, so there we are. We got dots on there. And here we go. So we're going to start with the wings. We're going to grab it down here. I'm going to put wing number 1 on. Now this is much, much smaller, so I got to be really, really careful. These guys definitely tend to want to flop around with too much heat. And then we round off that wing. In fact, I'm going to pinpoint this flame a little bit more. I know that flame pinpointed doesn't look as dramatic, but it's what I got to do at the moment. And we're going to add wing number 2. Yeah, I like this wing color. I think it looks amazing. So this is a tiny, tiny dragonfly, but you can see those wings kind of shimmer. But when I get it done and I use the light on here, you're going to go, wow, that does look totally different. Bring you here. Grab you and pop you on. Round out that way. Then the other one out here. Working smaller is not easier. It is so much harder. But the end result's worth it. I'm going to smooth that out. Then I got to blend these wings together really good. Give it a little push. There we go. Now this is a custom order for Betty Warren. So this does not have a hook on it. But there is the dragonfly small version. Here we go though. Ready for the magic? You guys ready for the reveal? Here we go. Now look at those wings. See how shiny they are? And that blue running through the dragonfly body. So that is how they look. Super shiny, very beautiful. And then I'll show you the bottom. You can see the blues running through it. But yeah, look how pearlescent that, oh shit, wasn't in the camera. Look how pearlescent that is. That's the word, pearl. Looks very pearlescent. I gotta do the little bend. Forgot. I was sitting there going, something's wrong. I forgot something. Got to give it a small bend. So what I mean by that is the tail is too straight. Okay, we got to give it a little bit of character. Just a little bit, not much. And we burn it off at the end. Little black stubby on the stinger on the back. I know they don't have stingers, but I call it a stinger. I used to be so afraid of these things when I was little. There. Now we got little dragonfly all over. And then we're going to burn it off. Here we go. Snip, snip. And that's it. Now it does have to go in an oven or a kiln. Thank you, Betty. I love this. I'm telling you. So the wings look like mother of pearl, if you will. Very mother of pearlish. So I kind of like that color. They definitely shimmer a lot. All right, let me see if I can link this store real quick. Hold on. Sorry, 1 second. Let me, on YouTube, someone was asking about the store, so let me pop it open. Starry Night Etsy. There it is. Maybe. Come on. There you are. I'm going to copy and paste. Copy. And paste. There we are. Now that's a link in there. Okay, so next step, we have to go through and make a bigger dragonfly. So we're going to do that again, but bigger this time. If you're watching on the audience, you can definitely watch and see it. This will be much easier to see the wings and everything in action, because we are going about double the size of that last one. Dana, what's happening? How are you doing? All right. So the next one, like I said, it's going to be a lot bigger, about double the size. So it's going to be much easier to view. Can you do like a wolf? Yeah. Hold on. 1 second. Let me grab wolf. Let's grab. I don't do the animals in colors. And I'll tell you why. Because I think it looks better when you can create a shadow effect in the glass. So there is the wolf. See how you can carve all the hair, the fur, everything in there, and then you get that really good looking effect to it. We even shine a light on it and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. See? We'll just park it down here. There. See how you get all the shadows running through there? Like that? Am I blind? Yes. So yeah, that's why I do that. Send me a message, Julie. I don't remember how much the wolves are. I can't remember the price on every single item. So I could look it up for you and then tell you. I can't remember that one. Let's pull my volume down a little here. Sorry. There. Had to pull my volume down. All right, so we're going to do wings for dragonfly real quick. Yeah, so actually I'll show you right now. So my glasses have a filter on it called dididium. They filter out certain light spectrums, which I'm going to show you right now. So see how the bright flame, we're going to pop that in there. And now you can see how it starts filtering out all that extra light. Bring it out. Especially does it when I have this much glass in there. So it filters out all that sodium flare. Okay, now I got to throw that away. It got too big. Seriously, I got to turn off co-hosting invites. If you not want these to be sending me messages. Okay, let's make some wings. I've been jabbering. But yeah, we're going to have Bob Ross night. My tribute to Bob Ross. We're going to be doing. God damn it! Stop inviting. I don't want to co-host. We're going to do Bob Ross night. And Bob Ross is one of my heroes, so I got this wig coming. We're going to do glassblowing Bob Ross style. Happy little trees, happy little stuff. It's going to look freaking amazing. We're doing Bob Ross night. So this is what the wing looks like before we get to it and start shaping it a little. You can't just flatten it and then say that's a wing. We got to shape it a little. Happy little mistakes. Yeah, I love Bob Ross. Bob Ross was like, I'm serious. He was like one of my heroes. I would sit and watch that guy paint forever. He was very, very calming. Okay, then we burn it off at the end. Again, these aren't going to look perfect right now. They look perfect after I put them on. But you can see I changed the shape of that wing. So instead of like a hot air balloon shape, we elongated it. We tapped that off. Now we have to do 3 more. And then we'll start the process of the dragonfly. We'll make the head, the body, get all that stuff going. It's going to look freaking amazing. And here we go. So this is called a cold tap. So you get it hot, you tap it on cold, not in the flame. That's called a cold tap. And then you come out here and you just use that little bit of grip on there to elongate this into a dragonfly wing. Then we're going to burn it off at the end. Like that. And the reason for a cold tap is I could do this. Pop it off. Then when I get ready to pick it back up, I heat it up and I cold tap it back on and put it on. I don't have to use tweezers. And that's the purpose of a cold tap, eliminating a hand tool. I don't know. LR, that's a good question. I don't know. They are very helpful for certain light spectrums. So my particular glasses have that didymium lens and a welding shade number 3 on it. So it's a filter on a filter. But I custom ordered them that way because my eyes are a very light color. I got to have a little bit more of a filter protection than, say, if I had brown eyes. Brown eyes have a distinct advantage of not having as a risky flame reaction. How did you become blind? You may ask. Yeah, you can ask. Okay, there we go. I don't know why everybody thinks I'm blind. Why would I not be wearing glasses while glassblowing? Ah. One more set. Even if they weren't filtered glasses, you would want to wear safety glasses while glassblowing, right? I would think. More of like blue-green. Come through. Not quite hazel though. I don't know what you would call it. All right, so we got to do this one more time here. We're going to filter this down. And it's just a little bit of a bend and twist and pull. But that makes a huge difference. And then we take that and we just pop it off. So since we got a lot of people on the glass question, the glasses, I'm going to show you exactly, before we get started on the dragonfly, I'm going to show you exactly what they do, okay? I'm going to use an example. We're going to pull a piece of glass out, and then I'm going to show you how the filter really looks. So we're going to bring it here. Julie, click on my profile picture here. Just click on my picture, and right underneath there, you will find it. All right, here we go. So we're going to bring this in. We're going to pull it down. This is called pulling a point. So we just heat it up and take the big piece of tubing and pull it to a point. What that does right there is I'm pulling it in a certain pace, and it left an airway in the center of that tube so that when I go to make my next piece, I have a flow tube attached to it. I don't have to separate another piece of glass and attach and detach and all that crap. It's just ready to go. So this is the filter. Might have a bigger filter in here. Hold on. That. had a bigger version of this filter. I think my filter's hiding from me. Nope, there it is. We'll use this one. It's a little taller. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to bring this in the flame. You can see how bright that flame is. Okay, we're going to drop the filter in. And now you can see where I can eliminate a lot of that sodium flare. And we're going to bring it out. See how you can see into the fire with that? And we're going to bring it back out. Now this is a lighter version. There is a darker version, which is this. This is called pink didymium. We're going to bring it in. Oop, crap. There. Now this filters out a lot better. So you can definitely see all the action going on in there. And then again, mine has a welding shade number 3, which is why they are so dark, to further enhance the effectiveness. All right, let's take this piece since I didn't have anything in. Now we got scaly skin on there. Can you see all the scales on there? I blew it way thin on purpose. You can see how it got kind of scaly like that. It's ultra thin too. We don't want to mess with that. Just gonna pop that off to the side. All right, so you are in for a special treat tonight. This is a super dark version of that amber purple. This is called Mai Tai. It's a great name for this. And we're going to take that color and we're going to make a Mai Tai hummingbird, or a dragonfly. Now the color change property on this thing is going to be insane. It's going to look absolutely outstanding. Actually, I think this is double Mai Tai, to be honest. All right, so it's a little chunkier than I want, but that's okay. We can always bring it down. So we're going to attach a little bit of a, so we make a little spot right there for the head of the dragonfly. We're going to attach a punty, like that. Now, because this rod's a little thicker than I want, I'm going to come right behind the head. We're going to pull it down a tiny bit, create a little bit of a neck for the dragonfly, if you will. They had necks. So we just pulled it down a tiny bit, like that. Now I can build the body on here. Create a little separation between the head and the body. We're just going to come through. Create that bowling pin or caterpillar look. I always think it looks like a bowling pin. That's my personal, what I see, but everybody sees something different. See, to me, that looks like a bowling pin a little. That's just me, though. All right, now we're going to build the tail. And again, what's up, Pod? How are you? Yeah, I have actually had the glass bubble explode. It creates a bunch of little paper thin glass shards flying everywhere. I don't like cleaning up after it. It's not good. But yeah, I have had a bubble blow up. All right, let's build the tail. All right, so again, when I make the tails, I create tiny little marbles and I stack them one on top of another. So we're just creating a marble here, kind of a marble. And then I'm going to stack another one on. Now I will show you every little bit here, the stages, so you can actually see it in progress. We'll do 3 marbles on here. I'll bring it over, show you. And then we'll finish the tail up, and then we'll start adding the wings and finish this dragonfly up. So the reason I do the marble version is I'm trying to create little gaps in between each spot here. Because I know the dragonfly has a little bit of a, like, sectional tail look to it. There we are. So now we got marble, marble, marble on there. We're going to create a few more on here. Weeble wobbles, right? Fisher Price people. Oh, the fish? Hell yeah. That's what I'm happy with you saying that. I love that. Okay. We just have to add a few more on here. Let me get this part done. And again, when I get the color changing going on this thing, it's going to be absolutely insane. In fact, I'll show you part of it right now. Watch the end of this rod. See how it's all illuminated right now? And it's going to go clear, okay? Watch it go clear. And then it's going to go dark. Just keep your eye on it. It's going to start darkening up. And it's going to get darker, 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 until it goes back to its amber color. Yeah, that's the marble. This is the marble from yesterday. I'll bring it out in a minute. The Chaos marble came out freaking awesome. Yeah, the Chaos marble is wowzers. All right, one more little bubble on here. Sorry. One bobble. Bubble, bobble. And I make them a little smaller each time I make this. So we're going a little smaller, 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 smaller. Okay? And it doesn't have to be super straight because I'm going to bend it around anyway. This is the marble from yesterday. So it looks very old school. Someone was asking about vortex marbles yesterday, so I brought one out. But yeah, this looks very old school, like a old version of the marbles. I love my light. See how much it just kind of lights up that way? All right, let's finish this dragonfly though. Okay, so now we got all this color on here. We're going to change the color, okay? This one's going to require a neutral flame. We're going to heat it up and cool it off. And this is going to start changing the color, the actual chemistry in the color. We've got to get it kind of orangey. Let it heat up and cool off, okay? So it gets a little bit darker, like that. Then I'm going to do it again. Actually going to go a little reducing on this. Like that. Get it to that orange stage. There we go. We're looking good. Yeah. So we got that orange stage, and then one more time. And then I'm going to show you with the light what the heck this does. So this is one hell of a color. I love this color. You go into Flavor Town? No, I'm taking you to the Glassville. We're the Dr. Seuss of glass. Here we go. Now watch. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Now look at all those colors. Can you see them Can you see them bouncing through? And that's what I was saying. See how it looks that way? Then we add in, look at all that color bouncing through. I just figured something out. I need to have an overhead light that is foot pedal where I could just turn it on and have it shine down. I definitely need to do that. That would be so much easier because I keep running my hand near this damn flame. I'm not worried about burning, I just pain in the ass. Sorry. All right, so we're going to attach down here. I like making the dragonfly and putting the wings on from the bottom up, from the tail up. You can do it either way. Yeah, Betty, this one's beautiful. This color is again called Mai Tai. Actually, I think this is called double Mai Tai. I'm pretty sure this is double Mai Tai. All right, first things first, I got to add the dragonfly wing or eyeballs in here. Big ol' bug eyes. And I over exaggerate stuff so that it's visible. So I don't do anything that's like anatomically correct. All right, let's put some wings on. We're going to start with the bottom wing and go up to the top wing. How long have I been making them? Dragonflies? I don't know. This one I've been working on for a little bit because I'm talking so much. I'm probably jabbering too much. If you guys want me just to shut up and do the glass, I can do that too. But I like talking. It's my social hour. This is my social interaction with people. Because there's nobody in here with me. I'm all by myself. What's that song? All by yourself? That's where I'm at right now. Okay, we're going to round off that wing. So that is wing number 1. And we just have to start stacking the wings on very carefully. There we go. Oh, this one's barely hanging on. Now the important part right there is you gotta fuse. Gotta fuse that on. Like that. And I just waffled this. Hold on. Gotta fix it. There we are. So now we have 2 wings on there. I kind of messed it up. This bottom wing went sideways on me. It went completely sideways on me. So I had to kind of fix that as we go. Turn it that way. That happens. All right, so now it's much, much better in that action. Now we're going to come through. We're going to add the other 2 wings, and then we'll add a hook, curve the tail, and this one will be done. Did I get that right? Yeah. We just fuse it on. Looks really good. And this is what I was talking about earlier. See how that top wing has that real pointy stuff on the top, and then the bottom have a rounded corner? You really want to round this out. And this takes all of 5 seconds to get it done. But look how much cleaner it looks. Oh, thank you. Thank you, LR. Nathaniel, thank you so much. Noel, I appreciate it. See how just that 1 5-second move changes the whole look. And then we're going to grip it and rip it. Use that on. Make sure it's well balanced. And again, that process I just did with this rod is called a cold tap. Just allows me to not have to grab it with pliers. That would be much harder. Okay, I gotta really blend these in here real quick. Okay, now we got all the wings on. Now the next step is, see how kind of straight that tail is? Got to give it a little natural curve to it. So we're going to come through and grip it. Actually, I got one problem here. Hold on. I got the head crooked a little bit. I got to turn it. So we're going to heat it up in the neck area. A small twist. There we go. It was kind of cockeyed looking at the wrong direction. All right, so now we're going to heat up this tail and give it a little bit of a bend. Not much, just a little bend that way. Just to give it some character. Pop that off. Add the little black stinger to the back. And we're just going to come through, put a happy little nubby on here. Like I said, I don't know if anybody would notice that detail, but I know it's there, so it's important to me. We're going to take a hook that I prefabricated and attach it. And again, another cold tap, just like that. So these hooks I have are prefabricated off of small diameter tubing. I cut it with a tile saw. And the reason I do that is it allows me to keep consistency on the size. So we come through, grip it. There we go. Just got to move it a touch. So now we got the hook on there where it will hang from that way. Now here comes the reveal. This is where the color, again, this is how the color looks, okay? We got the amber color, and here we go. Now you can see all the colors, especially through that tail, shining through. This will show it better. Look how it's all changing. You can see all those different variations. Yeah, that is why I love Mai Tai. Caleb, I know Guy Fieri looks exactly like me. Let him know. There we go. So yeah, that's the hanging dragonfly. Now I do have to make one more full-size one. Hold on one second. Okay. I have a delivery coming for my mom for food, and I think the delivery driver's lost. That's why my phone keeps ringing. But I can't stop what I'm doing. Got to get work done, right? We got work to do. little bit of work to do. All right, so the next step is we're going to go through, we're going to do one more dragonfly for sure. Except this one's going to be created with the amber purple color again. And that one has a lighter shift of color, but a more dramatic shift of color. I know that didn't make any sense, but yeah. What's up, Tess? How are you? All right, so we're going to take this and we're going to burn it off a little bit. Like that. And we're going to start making wings. We're going to haul butt on this, maybe. Dude, why is it being stubborn? And before we do that, I'll actually explain a little bit. If you guys have questions on the equipment or the process that I'm doing, go ahead and fire away in chat. I try to answer as many questions as possible. One of the questions I get is about my torch. The torch itself is called a surface mix torch, meaning instead of the gases mixing on the inside of the torch, they mix as they exit the ports. There's two different lines and they converge, create the flame. Two things, it's a little quieter, it's very hot, I have a little more control with it, but most importantly, I can grip it like this and it's not hot. You can't do this with a normal welding torch or a torch that is a premix. You would burn your hands almost instantaneously. But this one has a cooling effect to it by having the internal cooling mixture of surface mix. So yeah, you could not do that with a standard welding torch. You would definitely feel that in a second. All right, let's make some wings. How's that sound? We're going to quiet it up a little. There we go. Love is key. An iridescent rainbow dragonfly. Yeah, I do have a process of making them iridescent. On TikTok right now, Betty Warren she got the actual very first iridescent dragonfly I ever did. And it came out really nice. In fact, it's beautiful. So now she gets them iridescent. And she convinced me to do it. So I'm appreciative that she got me to do that. And now we do a lot of it that way. All right, so next step, we're going to take this and I forgot to show you the preview of this. All right, we're going to pull this down. So I'm going to show you what happens when we do this, all stages of it. We're going to tap that off. There we go. So what happens when I melt this glass, it creates kind of like a hot air balloon effect. And unfortunately, it doesn't come out even. So I use the flame and we kind of stretch it out. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here in a minute. I got into this, Dan, from my mother. My mom started when I was 2 years old. So I pretty much grew up with this. I've been around it my entire life. She had a much harder time learning than I did, obviously. But look at that. All right, see how it's kind of wide at one angle at the one end and kind of narrow at the other? So we're just going to take a flame, a rod, heat it up. Then we're just going to take a soft flame. We're going to heat up just on the edges. The trick is not to heat the flat surface. You want to heat the edge. Make a happy little pull. I'm prepping for my Bob Ross night. Happy little pull. And then we pull it down. And see how it just changed it up enough that it looks much more natural instead of a hot air balloon. And then just pop that off. But yeah, when my mom started, she had it very rough. They didn't let a lot of people, the glass blowers that were in the industry at the time never wanted to share anything about the industry. But two, she was also female woman. So when she asked about starting out, there was a glass blower at Disneyland, and she asked the glass blower at Disneyland, "How do I get started? How do I learn?" And he looked at her and said, "You're a woman. You can't." Now, wrong thing to say to my mom, but that's the way the industry was back then. Now, today, it's a lot different. I still think women are have a harder time at the moment, but hopefully we'll change that. Okay, I just messed that up. Got to make another one. I don't know if you can see that, but I created this little dagger look at the end. Yeah, it was the wrong thing to say. And, I said it to someone, I talked about that story, and they said, well, it was 1972. It was acceptable back then. I was like, it's never acceptable. That's not okay. So when I teach or help people on here, I'm very cognizant of that. And I'm very, I encourage women to learn and try and create a safe area for them to learn. Because I'm just going to be blunt. There are a lot of male glass people out there that are pigs, and they say the wrong things, and they want favors to learn. And I think that era needs to disappear. I think that era needs to disappear for sure. But it still exists, unfortunately. But having a single mom that raised me and taught me and off of everything, I'm very cognizant of it. So you'll find that I have a lot of female glassblowers that learn from me, and they know that I'm never going to say anything wrong. I may say some dumb stuff. I'm very dyslexic, so stuff comes out backwards, but that's just one little fact. I'm very dyslexic. All right, let's pull this down. That came out perfect. So yeah, like the last wing I just did, I threw it away because it's faster for me to just throw that away and remake one than to fix a bad wing. Those are the trade-offs you learn in this industry too. What's a favorite thing I made? You want to see one of my favorite things? All right, we'll bring it out. I keep showing this thing off, and I know a lot of people get sick of it that have followed me for a long time, but I'm going to show it off anyways. This is an item that is not for sale, but this is one of my favorite things. So this is a dragon dagger, and it is shiny on one side, frosty on the other. And there we go. So yeah, that's my dragon dagger. This is one of my favorite items. I won't sell this because I really like it. I got to find a place to hang it. I used to have them hanging out behind me. I got a 4-foot sword too. I used to have them hanging on my wall, but TikTok made me take it down saying that they were weapons. So I got to figure out how to hang them back up without them being weapons. Oh, shit. Might as well show mom's work off. So this was my mother. This is my mom's work. She specialized in clowns for a long time. This is one version of a clown. This was the fireman clown. She did a lot of professions in clowns. But yeah, that's my mom's work. Isn't that beautiful? And then on both YouTube and TikTok, we do have my hammer So this hammer was used to hammer in roofing nails for the walkway for my mom. The walkway is very slippery, so we put roofing tiles on the roofing shingles on the walkway so that during winter she won't slip. All right, let's get to making the dragonfly. I've been jabbering. I've been yapping. So we're going to use the color here. This is called amber purple. And see that little tiny ring of amber there? That's kind of what this color is going to turn to. Sanoodle, I hope I said that right. Sanoodle, thank you. Santi, thank you. Jeremy, how are you? Hi, Tess, how are you? Yeah, the hammer video is kind of fun because our roofer at the time, he started off and he's like, "Can you believe this?" And he said said a swear word, and he's like, "Can I say that?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're good." He's a cool dude. All right, so we're making dragonfly, and this is that really cool color changing glass called amber purple. Okay, so there is the head, like that. And we're going to let it cool off for a second. Oh, the fish. You mean like these guys? We'll make a fish after this. If you want to hang around, I'll make a Santa fish after this. Betty, thanks for the air dancer. Yeah, we'll make a Santa fish after this. I've been making a lot of dragonflies, but I had to get them done. I had to get the dragonflies done. And I got to do, Betty, if you send me a message, please, about the dragonflies, I'm happy to do the rest of them with the shimmer wings, by the way. So if you want to do shimmer wings on the next 4, I'm ready to do that. Edith, I appreciate it. Can I make a dragonfly without the fly? Yeah, I think so. Hold on. Let me see if I can do that. 1 second. Maybe. I don't know. Does that qualify? Maybe. A little bit of dragon. Wow, that looks like it's glowing green. That looked like it was glowing, didn't it? It's not uranium. That was kind of trippy. All right, I got to make this dragonfly. I've been jabbering. Let's go. I got to make this. Let's go. Let's get it done. And then I got to make a fish. So while we're doing this, you guys decide on what combo you want to do for fish. So this is green and white. This is a green body. And then this is purple lavender body. We'll do a poll if you guys want to vote on which fish I make next. All right, Betty, I got you with shimmer wings. I think it'll look good. I think it'll look fantastic, actually, Betty. So, yeah, we'll do a poll, see what color. Get it done. I'm going to jabber all I want, man. If you don't like my channel, bye-bye. All right, here we go. So we're going to add the body in here. And we're going to just break it down. And we're scooching it up. This is a learn how to experience. And so I get to talk. Here we go. This is the bowling ball look, or bowling pin. Oh. Got to thin it down just a little. Got a little away from me right there. Thank you, Beth. Thank you, Beth. There we go. And then we're going to come through and we're going to add the little bits of tail on there. Look how clear that is. Wait till you see when this is done. Weapons and more, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you. All right, let's add the little tail here. This is why I have mods. My mods are awesome. They take the trash out. Mods are awesome. So the way I do tail is, again, I make little tiny marbles, one stacking on top of another. Just boom, 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 boom. And then that creates that dragonfly tail that I think that's the way it looks. I got to figure out what it's called. There is a name for it. So we're coming through here. And stack on again. So last night I was mentioning the fact that if you want to see some of the best glasswork in the world, I mean the absolute best, and it puts the Jahuli stuff to shame. Look up Harvard glass flowers. They're at Harvard, and they're the glass flowers at Harvard. See how it's kind of stacked little marbles on top of each other? They are by far some of the best and most beautiful glasswork in the world. Absolutely stunning. Then we're going to come through and stack on again. When people want to ask me what real glasswork looks like, that's what I say. And it was done way back in the day. I think it was like the 40s, 30s or 40s. 1930s or 40s. Right around the time for, I think, for a World's Fair. All right, so we're stacking on marbles. The Harvard Glass Botanical Garden. That's it. Definitely go check that out. Harvard Glass Botanical Garden. There we go. And I think that's enough. That's enough of a tail right there. So that has all the little marbles stacked on it. We're going to come through, attach from the bottom. We're going to grip it and rip it again. Like that. And then we're going to start adding the wings. And create the dragonfly. I think we're good. So next step is we got to put the eyeballs on. Yeah, you just took a look at the glass flowers. Yeah, they're awesome. No, the tube does not get hot, Randy, at all. So glass is a great insulator, horrible conductor. Glass does not conduct heat like metal. It's a pretty cool substance to work with. But yeah, that's a question everybody asks. You know, how do your hands not get hot? And that's why. All right, so we got eyeballs on here. We got the body started. Now we're going to change the color of the body. This gets done through the flame chemistry. So we're going to use a flame here. All right, pay attention to this part right here. The body is all clear. We're going to come through. We're going to heat it up. The flame is only like 3,800 degrees, 3,800 to 4,000. Couple hundred degree variance. So we're going to heat it up, get it kind of orangey, and let it cool down. Okay. Now notice it changed just a little bit, got a little bit darker right there. And that's oxygen and propane. We're going to come back and do it again. And it's going to get a little darker. Like that. So now it just got darker again. Look how much darker that got. You've got to let it cool. The trick is to heat up, cool off, heat up, cool off, heat up, cool off. We're going to do it again. Get it orange. Bring it out. Let it cool off. Now this is how I change the colors on the items at times. So we're bringing it in. And one more. Okay, here we go. One more time here. There we go. Now, why do I do that? Because it changes the effect of this color by a lot. So I'm going to show you what it does. Ready? So we're going to show it right there. So this is normally looking like amber, but when we shine the light on, you can see all the blues and purples coming out of it. Actually, we'll do it that way. See all the blues coming out? That's why this color is called amber purple, because it has that purpley amber look to it. It's magic. It's a magical color. All right, we're going to start adding wings on here. I'm going to assemble this thing together. Find the eyeballs. Does not need to be that loud. Okay, we're going to come through. Yeah. Being dyslexic, I can't tell you how many times I put these wings on backwards. That really sucks when it happens too. There we go. Wing number 1 on. We're looking really good. Gonna come through. Round that edge out. We're gonna grab a second wing, same way, via a cold tap. We're gonna attach. Then round that out too. So now we got 2 wings on there. And then we just have to do the other 2 sides. I wish it was a lightsaber. If this was a lightsaber, I'd be out in the city doing some crazy stuff. I always said if this was a lightsaber, nobody would ever have a parking ticket, because I would go out and cut the heads off parking meters all day with a lightsaber, just run down the street, zoop, 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 cutting them all off. Nobody would have a parking ticket, ever. Be like Jedi flying through the city that way. But there is an incredible video of this torch being transformed into a lightsaber. If you want to see it, that video, it's on YouTube. You go on and you look up the Hack Smith. Yeah, you definitely need a kiln. And look up Hacksmith lightsaber. And he takes a model of this torch, not this exact one, but he takes a model of this and actually transforms it into a lightsaber. And it is pretty scary how effective it was. What music? Oh, this is on Spotify, and it is just copyright-free music. I'm too worried about getting flagged for copyright infringement on music, so I just looked up copyright-free music, and this came up. I got lucky. So I'm pretty happy about that part. All right, so there is the dragonfly started out. We got a little bit of work left to do on it, but we got to put a hook on it so it can actually hang. These are prefabricated pieces of tubing that I cut. And I just used a tile saw and sliced right through it. What's the most difficult piece I ever made? That would be my chandelier that I made that hung over a pool table. This was I don't even remember what kind of pool table it was, but it was very, very expensive, like $250,000 or something. Anyway, I made a chandelier that hung over the pool table, and each node of the chandelier was a pool ball with the letters and everything. And that was a little bit of a pain in the butt. A, I had to get the colors right, and B, I had to put the damn numbers in it. And that was hard. The numbers were the hard part. The number 8, especially. The 8 ball. But yeah, so the chandelier had pool balls. Each lighting node was a pool ball. No music on there, not yet. I think I may have figured it out, Red Squeak. I think I may have figured the music on TikTok out. I might be able to do it. We'll have to see. Damn it, it's crooked. Hold on one second. There, it was crooked. All right, so next step. We have this here. I always like to create a little curvature in the tail so it looks natural. How long did that chandelier take to make? If I remember correctly, this was done a long time ago. I think I spent like 4 months making it. It wasn't the only thing I was working on, but I probably spent about 4 months making a little bit here and there, trying to refine. I had to actually develop techniques to make it. So that's probably 4 months total, start to finish of it. These people were very well off, and like I said, the pool table itself was like $250,000, ridiculous amount. But it looked cool. Yeah, the hacksmith is this brand of torch. It's not this exact model. No, I don't think the wings are crooked. I think the wings are good. I'll double check it here though. No, it's all good. Actually, there is one that I can move a little bit. It's a little stupid. I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I moved it. So yeah, that is the dragonfly. Again, I'm going to show you in the light, with the light, what it actually looks like when it's completed. See that? See all those colors bouncing through it? That's what I love about amber purple. Let me just burn it off here. Then we're going to pull it back. Back. Damn it. Yeah, this color is freaking amazing. I love amber purple. And again, I like the little curve in the tail. What do you guys think? The curve in the tail make it look better as opposed to just straight? I think the curve makes it look way better. I don't know. We'll do a public opinion on it. Curve or no curve? What do y'all think? Curve? Yeah, I think the curve looks good. Yeah. Bottle with the torch? No, don't ever put a bottle in the flame like this, in a torch. They will explode. So that is a different type of glass. That is a glass called soft glass or soda lime. If you put a bottle in this torch, it will literally explode. Thank you, everybody, for your feedback, too. Very, very dangerous to do that. All right, what color fish did we decide? This is the green body fish. This is the clear body with white and green. And then this is the lavender. What color fish are we going for? I'm going to let you guys vote. Got TikTok on one end, YouTube on the other. Let's vote. What color fish? Green, clear, lavender. All right. TikTok is off on the run with lavender. Green, clear. Okay. Wow. It's a battle. Lavender is taking dominant on TikTok. YouTube is mixed. All right, we got a couple lavenders on YouTube as well. Green and lavender. Yeah, it looks like lavender killed it. Yeah, we got lavender. We're gonna do it. Yeah, well, you just don't want to stick a beer bottle in the torch, is what I'm saying. Right? You don't want to do that. You got it. You can do it. You just have to preheat it right. But I wouldn't recommend it, is what I'm trying to say. I don't want people taking their welding torch and throwing a bottle in front of it. Whatever the middle color is, yeah, that's the lavender. We're going to go for it. So this is the Santa fish. Oh, do I have the white? I do. All right. How about a green and lavender fish? I'm just doing this guy here. Yeah, just whatever that standard color is. All right, we're going to pull a point here. Now, see what's really funny? This color right now, this is lavender. Through my glasses, this looks pink. I'm going to show you what the filter does to it. It looks pink. This looks like a bright, bright pink. I have not done a bear, no. Oddly enough, I've never done a bear. The Santa fish are not available on Etsy yet. They will be on in the next day or two. I have to get some good photos. If you put a glass beer bottle or some type of normal glass in a torch, yeah, it will explode. It definitely will. What kind of glasses are they? These are the meta glasses. I had custom lenses fitted with it called didymium. And didymium lenses are this right here. Okay, now, see this lavender? It still looks pink to me. Now watch. I don't know what it looks like to you, but it just, for me, it looks pink. Now I have a couple different shades on it, but it looks definitely pink. Do I have pink up here? Oh, yeah. We're going to do it. I'm going to show you. We happen to have pink. Here we go. I got to do it. I got to keep it separate because these are hot. One's hot. We're going to bring it in. Okay. Pink and lavender. Here we go. Can you tell the difference? Can you see the difference between the two with the filter? Looks the same, right? No, I don't want to have glasses on this, or a lens, because if I had a lens over the camera, I would be purple. I'd be an Oompa Loompa, purple Oompa Loompa. I don't want to be a purple Oompa Loompa. All right, so let's do the fish. First things first, we got to get the prep work done. So I got to taper it down on a little bit of an end, kind of give it an ice cream cone effect. We're going to take it here and filter this way, attach. Now I have filters stuck on my head. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Pink and purple look exactly the same through my glasses. So every once in a while you see me peeking through up or down through the glasses. That's why. It's stupidly crazy. All right, so we got this. This is what I meant by a taper. We're going to pull it down a little bit like that, creating that teardrop look. Okay. And there we go. We're looking good. Next step is we got to take some white and we're going to spin it around. This technique is called a spin trail. It is one of the most difficult things to master, but once you do, it is the fastest way to apply color. Yeah, I told you guys it looks the same, pink and purple through my glasses. So this is a white. We're going to spin trail the color on. This is hella fun. Thank you, JoJo. We're at 40K. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're going to attach. Then we're going to heat it up and spin it around. And again, that song's stuck in my head. You spin me right round, baby, right round, every time I do this. There we go. So I have to fuse it on. Once I get that part done, I have to actually fuse it on there. Otherwise, it will fall off. Because once I'm spinning that on, it just kind of sticks on there. It's not fused. But yeah, that is the fastest way to apply color, like that. But, and there is a big but for that, it does take a while to master that process. Not only to get the process down, but once you do, every color moves at a different rate. So as you're spinning around, you got to know what each color feels like pulling down. So yeah, it takes a little while. While I'm doing this, might as well bring the filter out so y'all can see it. There we go. We'll filter it up a little. So right now I'm glass blowing through my screen. I'm not actually watching the torch. Bring it down. And there we go. We're looking fantastic. We got everything all balanced. Like that. So it's very, very little air pressure in there. Dennis, I know it does look like I know what I'm doing. It's not bad for my third day. But very little air pressure. Extreme, just a tiny bit of air pressure to do this. You see those things where people got glass blower cheeks? That's so unnecessary. A hollow Prince Rupert. I don't know. That's a good question, Big Pizza. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know if someone can look that up. Can you make a hollow Prince Rupert's drop? I wouldn't think you could. In fact, I would bet not. Because, I'll explain. I just added a little hole in there. Because it's tubing, you have to be able to let the glass breathe as you're making it. What do I mean by that? As I'm shaping this glass, I got amber purple. Is this amber purple? Yep, damn it. I need clear. Okay. As I'm shaping the glass, if this tube was completely sealed, every time I heat it up in a spot, the hot air would expand it. Yes, blowfish. And deform the bubble. So I got to create a little air hole in it so when I'm heating up in spots, the hot air has a place to escape. So no, I don't think a Prince Rupert's drop in hollow would work. I think it would be a serious malfunction. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Beth. I was thinking that probably wouldn't be possible. All right, so now we're bringing it down. So this fish is kind of cool in the fact that I tried to design it so that it can withstand some falls and some cat play, because cats love these ornaments. Yep. So a little bubble here, and it should be able to bounce. Like if it fell off your tree and hit the floor, it should be able to bounce if it's carpet, wood. The only thing it has a 50-50 chance of getting broken on is tile. All right, so we're going to start by adding the little side fins. And that's why I make the side fins kind of rounded and not sharp or pointy. because if it does fall, I don't really want it to break. I want it to bounce. Because let's face it, cats love ornaments. Then we take some normal pliers and just squish it down. So that's how you get the little fin. Just normal pliers, needle nose pliers, squish it down. And we're going to come through and do it again. And squish it down. There. Now we got some little fins on there. Yeah, it does kind of look like a blowfish. I bet you I could do a blowfish out of this. I should make a version of this in blowfish. There's neon ones of what? The tools? Or the drops. All right, we got to add the tail here. So we're just going to take this. We're going to start heating it up, create a ball. Then we're going to use some flatteners, flatten it out. Then we'll use the needle nose pliers to shape it a little bit and put some impressions in it. Like that. And we're going to take these flatteners here. Flatten it a little. I don't want to flatten it all the way. Oh, a neon fish? Yeah, that would be kind of cool, actually. The closest thing I could do out of that would be to use the uranium glass, which is that green stuff right there. I don't have any uranium up here. But yeah, uranium glowing fish would be cool. No, I am not self-taught, J. Moss. I learned from my mother. I grew up with it. Mom started when I was 2 years old. And she was one of the best in the world at this art. She never got a bunch of recognition because there wasn't the internet back then. And the only way you could survive in this business back then is if you had what was called a rep, a sales rep. And they would go to trade shows and rep your glass for you and then get sales and then send you the orders. Okay, got to put some eyeballs on here. So that was the only way you could do it back in that day. Now, if the internet had been around when Mom was glassblowing, she would have been super famous. She was that good. In fact, we both had jobs at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas as demo artists when they opened up that big, massive casino at the time. And they used to have a theme park back there that was about the size of Disneyland. And they had a glassblowing studio in that theme park. And my mom got me the job to work there as a demo artist, which was cool. Yeah, I was thinking about a Nemo. I could do a Nemo-ish fish, but I can't really do Nemo and call it Nemo. I know, it's a copyright, and I don't need Disney coming after me and suing the hell out of me. But like this guy right now, this is my own personal piece. This is a zero that is my own personal item. Now, if I go to make this and sell it, it will probably be a less than zero. But yeah. So this is zero ornament. No, I don't live in Vegas anymore. Yeah, Mom did an excellent job. And then I help people out in this industry too. Absolutely, Jeremy. What's happening, my friend? Parody is legal. Yeah, I just have to be careful. I got a big ass cease and desist letter from Hello Kitty, and that sucked. Hello Kitty came after me huge. Sanrio does not play around. And I didn't make a Hello Kitty. It was just close enough that they sued the hell out of me, or tried. luckily my attorney went to law school with their attorney and got me out of it. Yeah, Hello Kitty does not play. Okay, what did I put on there? Oh, we used lavender for the lips. Let's add the lavender on here. Good night, y'all. So after I finish this fish, if you got, thank you for the air dancer, Ashley. So after I finish this fish, if you guys want to see the 4-foot sword, and you want to stick around, type 1 in the chat, and I will go bust out the 4-foot sword. It's behind me. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt to get out, but if you want to see it, I'll pull it out. That's the one I really want to rack up behind me and display, but I can't figure out how yet. All right, we got lots of ones. Yeah, absolutely, Jeremy. By the way, if you guys on YouTube wouldn't mind following Jeremy, he's going to create a really cool channel. It's going to actually be very, very cool. You're going to love the concept when you see it. Give him a follow. Not a follow, but a subscription. Never mind. You know what I mean. All right, here we go. We got to carve a little happy face in here. Got to give it a smile. So I take it and I carve the face, but then I kind of curve it up and give it a little happy smile. Right there. I used to call it kissy lips on here, but they kind of remind me of Darcy and Stacy off 90 Day Fiance. So I'm thinking of naming one Darcy and one Stacy. I don't know. I'm not trying to be mean, but yeah, they remind me of Darcy and Stacy. All right, so we got to make the hat. Let's do the hat. Do I have a small version of that? Ooh, maybe. It's too small. All right, we'll just do it off here. After 31 years, it should be. Yeah, the twins. I think they really ruined themselves with all that work. What's up, Jingles? How are you? Thanks for the heartbeat. Yeah, I mean, they don't seem like bad people. But they went a little overboard on all that plastic surgery. No. I think they're still good people, but man, they should have stopped a long time ago. Exactly. Yeah, I know, Tess. That's what I'm saying. They should have stopped a long time ago. All right, so we're making the hat. So we're going to use white to create the little hat part, the fuzzy hat, and then we'll use red, put a pom-pom on it, and then we'll attach it to the fish, and that fish will be done. And then I will grab the sword. I got to find a better spot to store that sword, though, so I could bring it out more. It's really a pain in the butt to get to. I mean, seriously bad. All right, so right now I am creating the white fringy part of the hat. This is what I call a gravity drip. So I'm just kind of dripping the glass onto the main core and spinning it at the same time, trying to keep it centered. And spinning this rod in my right hand that's facing upwards in the opposite direction. So I am rotating both at the same time. Okay, that should be enough. I'm going to park that off to the side. Bring this up a little. Then we're going to bring it in and flatten it a little. So now we got the white part for the hat. Thank you for the follows, by the way. Okay, next is the red. I'm hoping I got pomegranate up here. I do. I think you are, nope, you are not pomegranate. I'm looking for one specific red. Otherwise it gets a little dark. Yeah, I think you're close enough. So the trick on red is red goes completely clear when I'm working it. Can you recycle a bottle? I can't, but you can. How's it going, Jingles? How are you doing tonight? All right, there we go. So let's add the red. Again, it's going to completely go transparent. It will come back to red later. It's what's called a striking color. It has to strike into its color in the kiln or the flame. When I first got this color, I thought it was broken. I thought I got sold a bill of goods that weren't any good. I'd never used a red before. And so I got it, and it went completely clear, and I called the owner of the company up at the time and said, hey, my color's broken. It's not red anymore. And he's like, you got to put it in the kiln. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, it strikes back to red. I thought he was honestly joking with me. And I said, all right. So I did, and sure enough, it worked, but it was a little scary when you start off. Okay, there we go. Back then, we didn't really have the internet, so there was no information available. All right, let's pull this down. There we go. And then you just kind of flip it up. Create that little pom-pom effect going on right there. Like that. That's not the best version I've ever done of that, but we're going to fix it right now. So this, it didn't go just the way I want. See how it's kind of off? Now you can fix this with a tool, just one of these carbon tools. You just come in and gently massage it into place. There we go. Then we're going to add a little white pom-pom to it, and I'll show you how I fixed it. Is it a very complicated procedure to recycle a bottle? It depends. I wouldn't do it, but there are factories that recycle bottles, and I just watched an entire YouTube episode on it. It was actually cool with how they did it. But I use a different type of glass. My glass is called borosilicate, commonly known as Pyrex. I'm so sorry, Red Squeak. I'm sorry, Red Squeak. All right, so there's the hat. Now, again, that will get back to red very soon. But, again, it just goes clear when I'm working it. Now, we're going to do a cold tap right here. Going to bring it out, melt off the bottom, and then we'll put it on the fish, put the fish in the kiln, and we'll bring out the sword. So I'm just trying to fuse this in a little bit. There. So now we have the hat. Let's make a fish. What I love about this is the hat becomes the hanger. That's what I'm so excited about this. I don't have to do a separate hook. The hat is the hook. You have no idea how happy that makes me. All right, got it on. Let's fuse them together. There we go. Let it melt. Then we got to wiggle it. Off that one comes. And there's the fish. So we let little happy fish, happy little hat. That's my Bob Ross moment. I'm going to put it in the kiln. The tail got a little cold, so I don't want to try and detach it yet. I want to warm it back up. All right, let's grab a sword. Give me 1 second. Let's grab this thing. going to try and bring it out evenly. I'll push it down. Actually, I have to clean this. I should probably leave it out all of it. So I do have to sit way back for this because it does not fit in the screen all the way. So we have to sit way back. That is the sword. It is all glass. It's one of my favorite pieces. I will not sell it. So yeah, that's it. And I'll bring it in. I'll bring the hilt in. This you guys can see up close. So this part's everything's solid except the ball here. The ball is hollow. So this is hollow. Everything else is solid. Yeah, that's my little baby sword. Yeah, I can bring out the dagger. I definitely have to find a better spot for this. Yeah, that's kind of like my fun stuff. That is, yeah, that's the famous sword. I don't know if I'd call it famous. This is the dagger. This is like, if I had to choose between the two, I would choose this one. Only because I like it. But there's the dragon head. I'll try and bring it up a little closer so you can see the dragon head. Focus it in. So that side has a shiny side, and that has a frosty side. And then I added little dragon claws to the end down here. So these are dragon claws, scales, dragon head, and the blade is actually pretty sharp. Yeah, like I said, if I had to choose between the two, I would choose the dagger. For me personally, I would definitely go dagger. But that's me. And then I'm just going to show off a couple things real quick. So someone was asking me last night, I don't know who it was. They were asking about vortex marbles. So this is what a vortex marble is. It looks like it has a infinite depth of color running down like a black hole. And then you look at it from the side and it's not very big. So it's just an optical illusion. Now this one looks cool that way, but my favorite part of this one is the back end. And you can see all the custom swirls running through that. It kind of looks like a planet running through there. Then this is the one we did last night from the end of the day. It's just kind of cool. And then we got the candies, which are nice. But yeah, that is that was the vortex. I don't know if that same person was on. If you are, there's your vortex. I was trying to explain what a vortex was. Cool as a headlight piece? Yeah. Well, a headlight piece, I would do this one. Hold on, let me grab it. If I was going to do a headlight piece, I would do this one. This is the galaxy marble, and it looks like it has little galaxies in it. Now, this one has a couple different cool properties to it. Maybe I'll schedule a stream of making one of these. They do take a while, so you got to be wanting to sit with it. But there's the galaxy looking that way. So you can see it kind of looking like a galaxy. But this one I changed this way. So now it has uranium on the inside too. So there's a little uranium popping through there. And then the back end is just as cool with the galaxy planetary swirl like that. This one's actually really, really fun. Has a lot of color bouncing through it. I'm hiding it through the fish. There. There's a lot of color running through that. So this has like 4 different effects to it, which I think is cool. Oh, and the last piece. I'm so sorry. I keep jabbering here, but we did the Fume one yesterday, and I kept saying it was going to look better. I'll be posting the candies on Etsy. Yeah. So this is the one that we were talking about. I'm just going to hang it up here. I'm going to take this fish down. So this was the ornament we made last night. Okay. And I told you it wouldn't look like much in the daylight, right? We're going to bring it out here. I'm going to bring it this way. But the silver fuming we did, it is color changing. So now you can see how it just evolves into all different colors running through it that way. We'll show you both sides. But it looks kind of dorky normal, and then you shine the light, it hits the sunlight, and you get this color changing effect through it. Yeah, I think I would love to have a Men in Black cameo with a marble. Johnny boy, I'm so happy to hear that, my friend. All right, let's pull this down. Yeah, of course, Jeremy. I got you, my friend. I'm not stressed about that. You know that, Jeremy. Jeremy is starting a YouTube, or has a YouTube channel. And he's going to be doing some cool stuff. He's a driver, delivery. And I got to meet him out here. And we had a cool conversation. So I told him he's always welcome to come in. Yeah. I always tell my drivers, delivery people, you know, if you get stuck, you have to use a restroom or something, just let me know. Because how hard is it? How hard is it to be nice to a delivery driver? Seriously. I know, Stu. I can handle it. You can do a custom color too. How hard is it to be nice to a delivery driver? Seriously. It doesn't take any effort. I know, right, Christy? I got you, Jeremy. I know you do. But I'm just saying, I don't understand it. You know, it doesn't take any effort at all, just to be nice. Okay, so we're going to create a little bit of randomness here, like we did last night. We're going to do some random. We're just going to create a little bit of a random ornament. I have no idea what I don't even know what's planned in my head right now. We're just going to throw color at it. Sound good? All right, so we're going to use this color here. This is called butterscotch. This will change like 10 different colors if you do it right. Betty, yeah, send me a message, Betty. I think the dragonflies will look good in the shimmer, but yeah. All right, let's make this thing kind of crazy. Here we go. We're going to spiral this on. This is the spin trail. We're going to spin it up. Actually, we're going to do black and caramel. These are great color combos right here. Black and caramel are super awesome. Odysseus, Betty, is in my TikTok chat. We are multi-streaming. It's a hell of a concept. All right, so we got caramel running through there, butterscotch. Then we're gonna take some black and spiral it around. Black, yep. So we're gonna take black. I always like these color combos. I think they look really good. Oh, thank you. You made a video, the photo man. I appreciate that. You have no idea. All right, let's add black. This is again another spin trail. I'm going to try and thread the needle with the go in between all these lines. I don't know if I'm going to be super successful, but we'll try. I don't know. It's getting close. I think I just waffled it. That's okay though. That wasn't my full plan for this. Yeah, this went a little sideways. That's okay though. I can fix it. Have a good night, Nathaniel. Appreciate you. Johnny boy! What's up, my friend? Goku, how are you, man? Stan, what's happening? How are you doing? Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. We got the colors spiraling around, kind of like a coil. Yeah, we're doing happy little mistakes. Happy little accident. We're prepping for Bob Ross. We are having Bob Ross night. As soon as my wig gets here, we are doing Bob Ross night. We're going to do Bob Ross with a wig. So we're going to take the shimmer color here, this really shiny one, and we're going to do what's called a rake, R-A-K-E. We're going to rake the color down. And it's going to lead through those lines and create a pattern. Okay, I'm going to do one line here and show you what I was talking about. See how I kind of bled that line through there? So we got coil, 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 a line running through. But underneath there, it takes all those lines and stretches them out. We're going to do that all the way around here. We hit 31,000 views on YouTube. Holy crap. Okay, we're coming through. Okay, for everybody on TikTok and YouTube, this is random. I had no plans to do this ahead of time. That's a big milestone, 31,000 views for me. At the end of this video, for today's date, for today only, anybody making a comment on this particular video from YouTube, okay? Go in, make a comment. I will enter you into a give. We will give this particular ornament away. We'll do a giveaway. I'll cover shipping. I don't care where you live. It can be in any country. I don't care where you are. I will ship it to you as long as it's legal. So if you want to be entered into the contest for this giveaway, you have to go to YouTube and click on today's date for this video, and any comment, try and keep it clean a little bit, and I will give this ornament away. What we're making right now, I will give it away. Badass Rebel, hopefully someone can type it in chat. If not, it's at FieryGuy13. I don't know if Red Squeak's on. She can type it in. So we're spinning this up right now, creating a little spiral effect. So this will be the ornament. And the way I do my, the giveaways is I use a random number generator. So I will go through, I'll see how many comments we have, and I'll just use a random number generator, and that'll be the winner. There it is. Red Squeak, thank you so much, Red Squeak. I appreciate you. So yeah, we will give this away. All you have to do, the only criteria is A, you got to subscribe to the channel, and 2, make a comment. It can even be an emoji if you want. Just keep it clean if you can, please. Yeah, we'll give this away. I will give this away Saturday. We'll do it Saturday. Maybe we'll do it live. We'll do it live on YouTube Saturday. I'll do the random number generator and we'll give it away on live. Saturday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Saturday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So West Coast. All right, we're flattening this out. Yeah, we'll do a giveaway. Well, I want to pay it forward. I mean, 31,000 views for me is really, really good. So I want to kind of thank everybody for being cool here too. So we'll do a giveaway. It's a cool milestone. At least for me it is. No, I'm in Washington. I'm looking for Bigfoot. So I'm in the Pacific Northwest hunting Bigfoot. I want to have a beer with Bigfoot. Oh, I forgot to show you what this looks like. Now we're going to start to see this coloring coming in. Now, when I shine the light on this one, this is going to make it look amazing. So remember, Saturday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You do not have to be present to win either. So if I call your name and you're not on, that's okay. Because you got a life too. People have lives. They got to do their stuff. So if you're not here, I understand. Oh, I love Washington. It's amazing. Queen, thank you. All right, so we're going to attach what's called a punchy rod here. Oh, shoot. I almost swore. This color looks awesome. I may have to redo this. For a giveaway, this is definitely a cool giveaway. Thank you, Badass Rebel. Yeah, this is, wait till you see this. We're going to actually make it super exclusive too. This will be a one-off. Thank you, Charge. Charge Nurse for Peds. Thank you for what you do, by the way. I remember. Has anyone said I look like Guy Fieri? Yeah, I know. He looks exactly like me. Now, if I only had tattoos on my arms, earrings, and jewelry, then we would be twinsies. L to the B! How are you doing? Yeah, this is going to be awesome. Watch. We're going to create a nice spiral in here. Here we go. Got to take it slow. So I'm trying to condense this glass down really, really small and tight. I don't want to have a big gap or window in the center of this, so I was trying to go really slow. I'm doing good, L to the B. How are you doing? How's your work day? Love it. L to the B has been with me for a very long time. She's amazing. Always been such a good supporter. Can't thank you enough. Red Squeak is in the house on TikTok. Red Squeak has also been with me for a very long time. Awesome mod. Always there for me when I need her. So helpful. Thank you, Red Squeak. Then we got Dragonfly Creation, and who is Beth on YouTube at the moment. Beth has been with me for a while now and learning to glassblow. So y'all should follow Beth on TikTok, and I don't know if she has a YouTube. But thank you, Beth, for always being there to mod, Gross Glass Gallery, and Lucky Lex. I appreciate the mods. You guys keep the chat so amazing. Is that a real lightsaber? No. If it was, nobody would have a parking ticket. I always said if this was a lightsaber, I'd take it out in the city and I would cut the heads off parking meters throughout the whole city. Nobody would ever have a ticket. It'd be like frickin' Jedi parking meter guy. Call me whatever. All right, let's add a hook on here. I'm serious. I would cut the heads off parking meters all day long. Be like, they couldn't catch me. All right, let's add a hook on here. So this will be the giveaway one. I'll post a video of it tomorrow. I got to learn to do videos on YouTube. I am having such a hard time editing on video on YouTube, trying to get that stuff going. So freaking difficult compared to TikTok, but I'm learning. I loaded up DaVinci Resolve. It should be, might as well be Latin. I was like, what the hell is this? But I'll figure it out. All right, so we're creating the hook. This is going to be a beautiful ornament for a giveaway. I'm actually pretty excited. I'm going to want to repeat this color. Make sure it's straight. Yeah, it's dead on straight. So I'm going to show it to you without the light, and then we're going to show it with the light. So here we go. I don't know which side's going to look better. We're going to do both. Okay, so here we go. Ready? Very dark looking, right? Now look at that. It is spiralicious. Oh, I just made a word. Spiralicious. Look at that side, though. Doesn't that look pretty? Yeah, we're going to do some cool stuff. Love to edit video. Man, I don't know what I'm doing on it. Like I said, DaVinci Resolve might as well be Latin. Although I do have a Mac, so I could use Final Cut Pro or something. But yeah, so again, no light. I'll do it one more time with light. Yeah, this looks really amazing. Here we go. Light. 3, 2, 1, the reveal. Look at that. I'm shaking around here. L to the B, thank you for the air dancers. Yeah, that is beautiful. And there it is from the reverse. So this is light going through it that way and that way. Spiralicious. Yes, that is my new word. So we're giving this away Saturday on YouTube. All you have to do to enter is subscribe to the channel and make a comment on this live stream. Okay? Today's date, this live stream, make a comment. And please try and keep it clean. All right, it's 10 o'clock my time. I've been streaming for 3 hours now, and I think I'm done for the day. Thank you guys so much for everybody. I really appreciate you. You're amazing. You're making my live streams look awesome. I'm having so much fun. I haven't had this much fun glassblowing in a long time. So thank you. TikTok, I'm going to sign you off first. You guys have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, TikTok. And we're going to log TikTok off. And now, there we go. And on YouTube, I really appreciate you. Thank you, everybody. We hit 32,186 views. That is freaking a record for me. So thank you, everybody. Have a good night. And if I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you Saturday, hopefully. And let's give that ornament away. So you guys have a good night. Thank you.